What's going on, creators? I'm your co-host, Artis Stayillin.
I'm Face Reed.
And we're here with a special guest, Nitrous.
Yes.
Thank you for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you being here.
For sure.
All right, everybody know where you're from.
Yeah, man. Born and raised right in North Carolina. Lived in the DMV after that for several years, and then most recently, I've been in Central Pennsylvania for the last 3 years. So shout out Carolina, shout out DMV, shout out PA.
Shout out all those areas you already know.
Shout out the Bronx. You
Yes,
already
in
know.
the building once again. All right. All right, so let everybody know a little bit about your brand and what you do as a creator.
Yeah, man. So I do music. Been doing it most of my life, and I really don't categorize myself as a rapper, singer, because I think my style's kind of melodic, kind of just a little bit of both. You know what I mean? But really, I started off as an engineer. I went to school for engineering, wanted to be a music engineer. Did that for a while, and just started really, making my own music and putting it out. People liked it, and so I really kind of just left that part alone and just did music full time.
I hear you've been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah,
right?
for
So
a minute.
is it exactly 10 years or a little longer than that? Because you say you took it serious 10 years.
Really my whole life. So I remember being a kid, you know what I mean, like 4th, 5th grade. I remember like back when we had boom boxes, so I'm dating myself, right? And I would take cassette tapes and I would like record on one cassette tape, right? While the beat was playing over here on this one, take that out and I would do ad-libs on the next track. Just all day long, back and forth till I had a song done, right? I liked this as a kid, but I would say last 10 years when I finally was like, you know what? Let me stop playing. Let me get serious. I was at a point where I felt like the skill set was finally catching up to, everything was aligning, right? The skill set, the image, the direction I wanted to go in. I kind of found myself as an artist. And that's when I took it serious. And I would say of that 10 years, the first 5 is still you're making strides. You're getting in the industry, meeting people, things like that, right? About the last 4 years when things really started to move, and it's that seamless transition with everything for me.
Because some artists, they struggle with trying to get on they want to get on quick.
Everybody want to get on real quick. Man.
They do. That's true though. So I'll tell you, I think what it comes down to is everybody you see that's out there right now, it appears to be overnight, but nobody's transition was overnight, right? It's always this 10, 15 year journey they take to make it look overnight, right? And I kind of feel like that's what it is with me. Like I'm at that point right before the transition where things really take off full steam. So like, no, there's no such thing as overnight. And maybe there is, right? But let me ask you this, if it's overnight for somebody, then what do they have sustained once that little moment is over?
Because it's a couple of artists that it did happen overnight, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of one-hit wonders.
My point exactly. You don't
Where
have
you
the
at
work.
now?
You don't have the work ethic, right? So now you got that one moment.
Had a hot
It takes
song,
off for
little-
you.
yeah.
Hot song, hot viral video.
Uh-huh.
But you don't have the work ethic to follow up with.
Follow up, yeah.
And it drops away. And at that point, it actually hurts you because now they're looking at you like, oh, you fell off. Oh, you're a one-hit wonder, right? You get labeled. So I think the work ethic, man, is really what kind of helps people to find their way along the way, right?
So you get your first record is Jumping. So you lit.
Yeah.
Now everybody telling you lit, you get comfortable.
Yeah.
So now you're so comfortable, you start making trash.
Yeah.
Not realizing that hit you made was you gotta
You gotta
do it
keep up
again.
with it.
You gotta do it again, man. And honestly, too, and you're creative, we're all creators, right? So like, you draw from inspiration, right? So maybe something inspired you to make that first hit, right? Once you have that hit, the success comes, the lights come. Now you can't find that place of motivation to do it again, right? And so that's a challenge for all artists, including myself, right? I hear songs that I did, I'm like, that's fire, but how do I find that version of me again, right? Because maybe a year or two's gone by, I've lived a lot more life, right? So I'm not the same person I was a year or two ago. So I think that's a battle for every artist.
Do you find yourself actually searching for that? Or do you just create just off pure energy?
Man, I think it's a mixture of all of that, all the above for artists, right? I think sometimes it'll naturally hit you. You're in that zone, right? And then sometimes you're like, I just can't seem to find it right now. So it's a block, and you're trying to go back and try to find that old momentum, right? That old space. So I think every artist goes through those ups and downs, right? And look, whether you're a music artist, you're actual artist, right? I think anybody creative has those pockets, right? You try to duplicate what you did before at times. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, right? And then sometimes like I said, you have those blocks where it's just right now life might be lifing on you, and your mind can't go there, right? You just ain't in the mood. And then sometimes it's like, okay, something just hit me out the blue. I was in the elevator and I heard a song playing on the elevator. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Get me home now.
Yeah.
It's time to work.
Right now.
Right. Something that really inspired
Yeah,
you.
it's time to work. Yeah. Let's go. So yeah.
When I think of like now in this era, the lack of
Versatility.
storytelling, versatility,
Okay.
creating an album structure, right?
Yeah.
There's
Because
a lot of
albums,
songs.
yeah, like mixtapes was the thing,
Yeah.
and then like it almost obsoleted the album.
It did.
But now albums are making a transition back in.
Yeah,
but now it's
obsolete
not
mixtape.
just an album full of just records. Like you gotta be saying something now.
You do, yeah. So, you know what I think, man? I think it all goes in cycles, man. I think some of their mixtapes coming back, right? But I think what really happened is when the internet opened up, man. Like when I first started this was prior to internet, right? So you had to beat the ground, man. You know what I mean? The internet made it easy. It's a lot of people who don't even leave home. And they got, music all over the place, doing thousands of streams, right? They just wearing TikTok out. So for me, I think the internet oversaturated things. And not in a bad way, because change is good, right? But it made it easy. So now, because there's so much music out there, the consumer has, so many options, right? It's like anything, supply and demand.
Exactly.
Right? There's really the demand is not as high because there's a super supply of it out there, right? I like your song today, but she dropped 5 songs tomorrow. So it's like, there's no need to really, take that album like we did back in the day, man, and wait for it to come out for a week, get up, drive to the music store, buy it, take it home, unwrap it from the plastic, play it all week long.
That plastic was hard to open.
It was hard to open. You had to earn that. You want to play that song for real. You see what I'm saying? But see, now it's like, man, it's a click of a button.
Digital.
Click of a button.
Yeah, I think that's also. Would you agree that it's also that you heard the saying of we have the memory of a goldfish?
Yeah.
Like in today, gone tomorrow type vibe.
Yeah.
I think that's also the issue as well.
I agree.
Because everything is so now digital.
And
Yeah.
everything's fast.
Yeah, we consume music so quickly. And
Yes.
it's so easy. So the old guard is obviously gone.
Over
The
with.
new guard is like, yo, all right, you dropped. What you got? Yo, you got something next week? Now you gotta be super consistent all the time.
Yeah.
So now I think that's a lot of stress too on artists.
I
as well.
agree, man. I agree. So I think about back in the day, guys. Like think about like when Lauryn Hill was dropping albums. Let's just be real. She dropped really like one album. Right? She dropped one solo album, did she? Going with it. She dropped one album. Guys.
She did drop one
And her
album.
whole career is based. It's legendary though, right? Shout out to
Yes.
Lauryn Hill, but she dropped one album. Could an artist do that today and sustain that level of career? No. And that's kind of what I'm saying. I think, to your point, the old guard, man, was you took time. It was a real process. You put a masterpiece together, right? Let's be honest. Most music today, like you said, is really fast produced. It's like fast food music compared to what they did back
right
then.
now today.
Like fast fashion.
Fast fashion, right? It's in and it's out, man. So I think a lot of it too is how do we find a way back away from that? Because there are some good storytellers out there. There still are, right? But they're buried behind the fast food music.
Yeah.
It's all over the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The music industry changed. Like they want to play what's popular, not what's hot, what shows the talent or skill set, right? Like storytelling. They want to play what sounds like what the consumer want to hear today. Then tomorrow they'll play the next sound and they'll move on all week long. Yeah.
And for the consumer, the attention span is also like, all right, I'm done with that. What's new?
Yeah.
What
yeah,
else?
it's
It could have
tough.
came out a week ago.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
They need more. It's like
Yeah.
they need more of what they just heard.
Yeah.
As an artist, do you think that fashion is important to you, like your style and how you present yourself? Like, what's your style inspiration? Like, what inspires your style?
Okay. So yeah, I do, right? So I think just fashion by itself has always, for some reason, been tied to us as people, especially black people, right? Like, our fashion tells a story before we open our mouths, right? So they know who we are before we even speak, right? So, and then hip hop, I think it's been a big part of it for a long time. I'd be honest with you, man. I think today fashion means a lot more than it probably did 30 years ago. All right, and I'll say this in the sense of like, again, this is the era of the high fashion, right? And the music industry, the way it's set up now is everybody's trying to prove I'm bigger than you based on I got more chains, I got the higher costing clothes and things like that, right? So that puts that kind of at the forefront. You know, me, I always had my own lane. Like, I always kind of just did me, never tried to fit in. But I'm like that in real life.
Yeah.
All right, naturally. So for me, yeah, like if I like it, I'm wearing it. I don't really get into like the whole brand argument. You know what I mean? Like if it look good on me and I like it, then that's what I'm wearing today, baby. We gonna call it that.
Yeah.
Fashion's always been a thing within the culture, obviously. Of it's one of the elements. If you didn't know, it's one of the elements. It's kind of like a forgotten element in a way.
No way.
When you think about it, when you think of hip hop, obviously you think of fashion, but you don't think of it in the connection like breakdancing is also another one, forgotten, or dancing in general, forgotten about. It's there, but it doesn't seem like it's in the nature of hip hop as the culture. People, it's almost like when you hear rap, right? We say, yo, real rap, that's hip hop. Like, yo, I make hip hop music or something like that. Like, they don't separate it from, I mean, they separate it from rap in a sense, right? Like, rap is a genre. Rap is the genre.
Yeah.
Hip hop is not the genre. Hip hop is the culture.
Yeah.
You know, so then there's, within that culture, there's fashion.
Yeah.
There's rapping. There's DJing. There's breaking. You know, and I forgot the other one. Oh, graffiti. Sorry. Shout out to all my graffiti artists out there in every world. You already know what it is. Yeah. So, do you think that's true?
Yeah, I agree with that. To what you said, I think I would say this. I just love black people, man. I think we make everything
Shout
so
out to
great.
the black people.
Shout out to the black people, man. Like, if I'm being honest, man. Like, there's nobody cool in the world. And I think, to your point, right? The fashion, the music, the way we walk, talk. All right, that whole cultural factor. Yeah, it's all embodied in who we are as black people first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I like shout out my black people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what I want to ask you is, are there any mistakes that you've made in your past or your present? And if so, what have you learned from any of those mistakes?
Oh man, where do we start? Look, where I see this, man, you have to make mistakes. There's no rule book to this, all right? Especially doing music. Look, I've had managers try to manage me over the years who, as I've learned them, I realize, hey, this person is janky as I don't know what, right? They don't have no knowledge of what they're doing, just taking my money, right? Yeah. Like I said, I did the engineering thing, you know, had clients waste my time. Like, you're gonna take L's. So if I give any advice to an artist, if you really want this, you're gonna take a lot of L's, be prepared to take the L's to eventually get that win, all right? But it's inevitable. You're gonna take the L's. I've taken, I don't know, thousands. Thousands. I can't even tell you. Yeah. But, you know, it brought me to a phase where everything taught me different lessons along the way that got me where I am today. So, yeah.
So it was needed.
It was much necessary. Yeah, very necessary.
Obviously, failure is necessary.
Failure is necessary.
All ventures, you need to fail to succeed.
That's a good point, though. Like you said, man, I think failure is the teacher of all, right? It all depends on the person. You can take it as a failure and beat yourself up and give up, or you can take it as learn a lesson, identify the problem, tweak it, and come back next time better. So, like, for me, I always try to live by that. Take my learning lesson, all 2,500,
You know?
and learn from them. That's it.
All right, so you did give some advice.
Yeah.
What I want to ask you is, are there any like low-key brands and any fashion brands that you want to shout out, that you know that you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, so recent sponsor, man. Recently I was picked up by the Poison app. So shout out to Poison app, man. If you want to get your, flyest gear, make sure you tap in with the Poison app and they got you covered. Veteran sent you.
On a day-to-day, what does it look like creating for you?
Okay, that's a good question. It varies day to day, right? There's some days where I might just be at the house. I have a home studio, right? So I could be, so I could just be in the studio playing beats, getting inspired that way. I could be listening to, different, I like battle rap. So it's different battle rappers and stuff, right? So I might hear a line or two and I'm like, ooh, that was crazy. Now I'm ready to write. Now I'm ready to write. You know what I'm saying? So it might be something like that. Or it could just be, out of nowhere, lay in the bed, sleep. I've had that happen, like be dead sleep, wake up, like, yo, I don't know where that line came from, but I gotta go write this and record this right now, like right now. And I'm plugging the studio, turn it on, like we gotta go before I forget this. It just varies, man. It's crazy.
Have you ever had? I'm sorry. I just want that.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna.
Have you ever had a moment where that thing you wanted to write down, but when you wrote it down, it's not exactly what you said?
Yo, all the time. So I've had it where I've been stuck in traffic, yo. And I hear a line and I'm like, don't forget that line. So I'm constantly saying it over and over. And I'm like, I got it. Turn the car off, get out the car, go in the house, and that fast, gone.
You gotta say it in your notes or something.
Yeah, so I started doing that.
Yeah.
Writing it down, started recording little videos of myself in the moment to keep the cadence. But yeah, I've lost a lot of good rhymes over the years, man. Probably notebooks worth. Yeah, it's crazy.
I was gonna say, have you ever had one of those moments with a line that turned into like a hot song? Like, oh, I knew this was it. Like,
Yeah, quite a bit. I have a song called Like That, and I don't know why I like that, just kind of stuck in my head. Like that, because I'm gonna take it. And like that kept sticking in my head all day. I'm like that. I don't know what I'm gonna say with it, but then later on I, had this beat in my mind. I'm like, I want to say like that on this beat.
you made the beat?
No, I bought the beat, and I'm like, I want to say like that on the beat, and it came together one of the biggest songs I had. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire.
Where does most of your ideas stem from?
Life experiences. I think as a creator, that's all you really can draw from your experiences and others, right? So, and again, let's be honest, man. Like every now and again, you might get some fabrication. It's still storytelling. Yeah. You're gonna get the fabrications and stuff, but at the root of it, it's always based on something that I've been through personally. Yeah. A loved one, or a friend might have experienced personally, or just a story that inspired me. But most times, my story.
Okay, so it's legit real.
Legit real me, real life. Yeah.
So if I hear you was robbing somebody and you, that happened in real life.
Real life. Now me, I don't rob people, so it's not gonna be in the music, guys. If you hear that in my name, it ain't me. I plead the fifth. Don't put me in it.
Shit. My name is Philip.
I ain't it.
What does your fashion say without you even saying a word? And it's funny because you said a line like that earlier. You said something like that.
It's similar, yeah. What's it say without me saying a word? Hopefully it says Carolina, where I'm from. Like
I'm
hopefully,
not gonna lie, it does.
Okay.
It says down south.
Down south, right?
South.
Okay. I was hoping that, right? So I mean, like, how put it, like, New York has their thing, right? You have everybody has their uniqueness, but it's a certain aura that New York gives off, right? And it's the same where I'm from. Like, it's a certain energy, right? Yeah. Aura that gives off. And hopefully, when I walk in the room, what you see is that Carolina presence in the building before I go with my mouth. Because that's me. That's where I'm from,
What part?
Raleigh. So
I wouldn't know. I was just thinking you was gonna say a part. I know. But.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah. I mean, everybody knows Charlotte, right?
Everybody knows Charlotte.
That's the
Shout
big city.
Shout out to Charlotte, my parents.
Shout out to Charlotte, man. That's the Queen City, but I'm from the capital, so I'm from like Central Carolina. Raleigh is the downtown. That's where like it's a city.
Okay.
Yeah, so Charlotte and Raleigh are really the cities down there, but we're about 3 hours apart from each other. Charlotte's farther south, like towards South Carolina. I'm Central, where you have like the governor's mansion and all the like political stuff happens in Raleigh because it's the capital. So it's like almost like being in like a mini DC almost, kind of sort of. Yeah.
When were you nominated? Like
couple awards.
Yes, like this was recent
awards.
Or this was not recent?
So these are all Carolina award shows. So this was before I left. So I would say I had 3 awards.
Currently.
So I actually won the awards, Best Artist of the Year. Yeah. So I
congratulations.
So I won the Carolina Music Awards. I'll be honest, it's been a while, guys, since I looked at those trophies. But in Carolina, man, I was really like active back then, So I've been nominated several times for like Best Hip Hop Artist, Best Music Video. I'm trying to think of different categories like Grinder of the Year.
How do you feel like?
You know what?
Is it regular like
No. So I'll tell you the truth though. In the moment, it's like the biggest thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
Because again, might have been 8, 9 years ago. So like in that moment, it felt like the biggest thing in the world. And then as you grow and evolve, you kind of start wanting more. So not to say it doesn't mean anything to me. It reminds me of like a hunger I had at one point in time. But now that I'm kind of climbing, it's like time to do something bigger, right? So my mind's always moving to the next thing. Like, cool, I got that award, but I want a Grammy. I want a BET, right?
So everybody want a little Grammy.
Everybody wants something, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to work to those levels, you know what I mean? But I'm very much so appreciative of all those that helped me along the way, man. Like Carolina Music Awards, shout out to y'all. Carolina Music Video Awards, shout out to y'all. I mean, my God, I can't even name all the people.
How do you even how did you find out you was even nominated?
They contact you. So basically, what it is, it's almost like a Viewers' Choice Award.
Really?
They nominate you for something, then everybody votes on the top picks, right? And whoever has the top, they announce you at the award show. So I'm literally sitting there, and I'm not thinking I'm gonna win it, right? Because you have people in those days like Rico Barrino, Fantasia's brother. He was like really popping. All right, so they're nominated. I'm like, I ain't got this, and they're like, nitrous. I'm like,
You're there. You're there.
Me? I'm there. And I'm like, me? So
You
it's
didn't
just
expect it.
this is God, you know what I mean? Like
You
put
know,
the
it is
work
God.
in, and God make a way. So yeah. Yeah.
Who do you get compared to artist-wise?
That's funny. My most recent comparison was Trader Truth, my rap voice. Yeah.
I don't know who that is. That bad?
Trader
Shout out Trader
Truth.
Truth.
Shout out Trader Truth. So Trader Truth from Texas, real deep voice rapper. So I can compare to Trader Truth a lot. Earlier on, when I was trying to find my way, there's often like T.I. Lil Wayne comparisons, right? You're trying to find your style, find your lane as an artist. So earlier on, I could even go back and hear the influence from Wayne or T.I. So shout out Wayne and T.I. But I would get those comparisons a lot. But nowadays, I don't think I sound like anybody else.
But yourself.
I'm myself now, finally. You know what I mean?
But how was that finding your sound?
Years.
And I agree. I think it takes
Years.
years. Because
Anybody-
you just
yeah.
hear everybody
Yeah.
and you don't know how to sound.
Yeah, and then what happens is over the years you get critiques from everybody, right? You start to hear like certain people saying, "Oh, that sounds too much like this person." You're like, "Oh, I'm doing that again," or you might hear, "I like that sound on that song." You're like, "Okay, well, I need to keep something like that, but take it a step further," right? So over time, through all that feedback and advice, you kind of eventually find that sound. Yeah. So I would say, man, maybe 10 years. This last 10 years has probably been finding me. Yeah. I would say, I'll put it this way to you guys. I think my album from 2020 was when I first was like, okay, like midway through the album, I'm like, this is me. I'm hearing it. It's me, right? So this last album I dropped, my album Night Terrors, I dropped in December. So shout out everybody download the album Night Terrors. If you haven't heard, it's out on iTunes right now, all right? But yeah, that album, I think it's the first time I really heard me, the whole project. Just me.
So that's the album I want to hear.
That's what I want you to hear too.
Yeah.
It's out right now.
I heard a little snippet. I kept hearing Sorry.
Sorry, yeah, Sorry's
Sorry
older.
remix, Sorry.
Yeah, Sorry's older. So Night Terrors is the brand new one. Got features from like DJ Scream on the album. I don't know if you know Jag. Jag's a big battle rapper. He's real close to Cassidy. So Jag's on the album. Derez Deshawn. But that's the album I would say like, yeah, this is me. To me, in my personal opinion, this is nitrous. The whole thing is me.
So that's your baby.
First time. That's my baby. That's my baby. Yeah.
How often do you create music?
That's a good one.
That's a great one. That's a great one. You know what? Again, it depends. So like me, I'm more of a, I'm still on an independent scale right now. So right, all the resources and time, everything matters still, because when you're independent, you're doing a lot of moving parts by yourself, right? So for me, my strategy is I try to record, monthly, right? So I set aside time to record, unless I'm doing something like an album. So for example, during my album, I was recording almost every single day. All right, something. And it doesn't mean a whole song. It could be just like you said, jotting down ideas to a bar. I got a melody for a hook. I'm gonna jot that down. Right now, I would say I'm averaging like maybe like 2 days right now, 2 days a month. Okay. But because so much of my time is tied up in the business side of things right now, the moving around, performances, interviews, marketing. So like it goes in waves. I dropped a new single after the album on Valentine's Day with Brian Angel from Day 26. We dropped our new single, Guest Room. Shout out my boy Brian Angel. And I have a new project dropping April 1st. So I still have music to drop, right? So I have a lot of work coming. I'm just not in that phase of things right now.
Okay.
That makes sense?
You have songs.
I have songs already
bag,
done.
like-
Already in the bag. Just
Okay.
waiting. Just waiting.
Structure.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. What can we expect from you in the future?
Hopefully a lot more nitrous. So make sure y'all go stream my music.
You heard that? Stream it, download it.
Yeah, download it, stream it, run it up, visit my
Yes.
Instagram, everything. But so right now I just dropped a new album, new single with Brian Angel. I have a collaborative project coming out with my homeboy, cousin Curtis, based out of Atlanta. We have a joint project, Two Guns, like the movie with
Yeah.
Denzel. So
Yeah.
that's the theme of our project dropping in April. And after that, I'm working on a solo EP as well.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just hit them back to back until they
This
tell
is
me
all this year.
All this year.
Okay.
Until they tell me to stop doing it, I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep
Content.
doing
I
it.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Consistency.
No.
Consistency is
you
really the
need
key.
it.
Yeah, you have to be consistent. You got to be out in front of people. So I try to, make the music, then get it out.
Yeah.
Make the music, get it out. Right. So that's kind of my strategy and structure to how I do things.
That's what's up.
That's all my questions.
So, well, I appreciate you. Good questions.
All right, so we gonna close the show right there. Face, let them know all your handles and everything.
Everything face_read. Follow me.
Nitrous, let them know all your handles and everything.
Yeah, it's your boy Nitrous, man. Follow me at Nitrous the Veteran, THA Veteran.
All right. All right, you already know the Arts Museum is the Instagram, also the YouTube channel. Make sure you check out all the content we have there available up and ready. Also, we're working on some new things. You may not even watch the end of this video, but I'm gonna say it anyway. We got some new things we're working on. Hopefully you guys pay attention to all that content. And one more thing, tell your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, whoever you need to tell. And one more thing, if you like the video,
Like the video.
like the video. Respectfully. Now, that's it and that's all.
That's it. That's all.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.